Kia ora Year 9. This video is going to go through algebraic fractions, and it's going to start off really easy and then get a little bit harder. The main thing to remember is that algebraic fractions are just fractions. So we're going to do exactly what we did when we worked with number fractions. So I'm just going to work through 9 examples pretty slowly, and the big idea when we're adding or subtracting fractions is to get a common denominator. So I'm going to start by doing that here. The lowest common multiple of 7 and 9 is 63. So we're going to have 7 watts give us 63, 7 times 9. We have to multiply the numerator by that as well. 4x times 9 is going to give me 36x. Okay, so it just takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's the same principle. Now, 9 watts give me 63, 9 sevens. So now I'm going to times 5y by 7, and we'll get 35y. Algebraic fractions give you great practice at simplifying by looking for like terms. So we look at the numerator and we see if we can go any further. We can't. We've got 36x plus 35y. They're not like terms, so we're done. On to the next one. So I made the next one a combo of a number and an algebraic term. So this is a constant, right? And this is a term. They're both terms, but this has got a variable in it, x. My common denominator here will be 40, the lowest common multiple of 8 and 10. So 8 watts are 40, 8 fives. We need to take the 3x and multiply it by 5, giving us 15x. 10 watts are 40, 10 fours are 40. So we do the same thing to the 1. It's going to be plus 1 times 4, which is 4. Now look at the numerator. Can I simplify? No, I've got an x term here, and I've got a constant here. So that's all for that one. In number 3, our common denominator is going to be 35. 7 times 5 gives me 35. So I multiply the 3x by 5. That gives me 15x. Now, the next one is going to have a takeaway, because it's takeaway, 4x over 5. 5 sevens are 35, so it's going to be takeaway 28x. Now for the first time, we have got like terms in the top line. We've got 15x minus 28x. So we can't leave it how it is, because it's not finished off. It needs to become negative 13x over 35. Now some of you might spot another way that we could have done this entire question. And I'm going to just show you what that is. But I'm not going to do the whole thing. We could write this 3x divided by 7 as 3 sevenths of x. And we could write 4x over 5 as 4 fifths of x. And if you think about it like that, all you've got to do is think of 3 sevenths minus 4 fifths. Okay? It's the same idea. Number 4, 3 divided by x plus 7 divided by y. Now this is interesting because now I have variables in my denominator. So what's the lowest common multiple of x and y? Well, it's just going to be x times y. What did I do to the x to get xy? I times it by y. So that's what I have to do to the 3. 3 times y is 3y. Plus, now let's focus on this one. Y times what got me xy? Y times x. So I have to go to the 7 and times that by x. So it's going to be plus 7x. Now let's see if we can simplify any further. I've got 3y and 7x. 7x I should do in a different highlight. There we are. They're not like terms. That's all I can do. Number 5. Same idea. Getting a little bit harder now. To think about the lowest common multiple here, I need to think about the numbers and the variables. So we saw before that the LCM of 8 and 10 is 40. And I've got 8 times y and 10 times x. So I need to have x times y in my denominator. So 8y times what got me to 40xy? Well, I had to multiply by 5x. So this time I have to multiply 3x by 5x. and that's going to give me 15x squared. What about the next term? Well, the 10x had to be multiplied by 4y. So that's what I have to do to the 1. 1 times 4y is 4y. And there's no simplifying I can do to that. There are no like terms. Okay, now they start to look hard, but actually these next ones are a bit easier than what we've been doing, I reckon, because we're back to working with a straightforward number denominator. The LCM here is 30. What did I do to the 5? Well, I times it by 6. So I've got to do the same to this. 4 times x minus 1 multiplied by 6 is going to give me 24 times x minus 1. What did I do to the 6 to get it to 30? I times it by 5. And that's what I have to do to the top line. It's going to be plus, oh, I don't know why that funny weird blue thing just came on. Okay, plus 25 x plus 2. Now you can see we've got a lot left to do with my numerator. I have to expand the brackets first, and then I have to collect like terms. So I get 24x minus 24 plus 25x plus 50 divided by 30. And I've definitely got some like term cleaning up to do here. I've got 24x plus 25x, and then with the constants, I've got minus 24 plus 50. So we're going to have two bits here. We're going to have 49x and then plus 26, right? Because remember, this is minus 24, negative 24. What a big mess. Divided by 30. So that's that one. I can't go any further with that now. Now here's one more like this. I've left enough room, I think. Oh, battery's running low on the laptop. I better hurry up. Okay, here my common denominator is going to be 35. I look at my 6x minus 1 and I have to multiply it by 5. That gives me 30x minus 1. Now I look at the 5. 5 what's 35? 5 sevens. So I have to multiply this by 7. I get take away, be careful with that, take away 28 times x plus 1. Now expanding that out gives me 30x minus 30 minus 28x, and I have to remember that this minus sign gets distributed over the plus 1, so it's minus 28, giving me 2x minus 58 over 35. Something's gone wrong with that one, I think. Let's just have a check. So I've times by 5 here, and then I've times by 7 here. Oh, yep, that looks all right. Minus 30 minus 28. Yep, good. Okay, 2x minus 58 over 35. Do leave me a message. I'm sure you will if you find any mistakes. Doing this quite late and in a hurry, so chances are you will find something. Now, my denominator here is going to be the lowest common multiple of these two. For the numbers, that's going to be 28. But I don't need to times these x's together. I can just make the LCM 28x. Watch why. 7x times what will give me 28x? Times 4. I just have to times 3 by 4 and I get 12. 4x times what will give me 28? Times 7. So it's going to be take away 2 times 7, 14. Giving me, I don't like two equal signs on one line. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to line it up here. Negative 2 over 28x. And I can simplify that again, and I have to simplify it. I get negative 1 over 14x, just squeezing in. One last one before the battery dies on the laptop. Okay, common multiple here for the bottom is going to be 15. 5 what's a 15? 5 3's a 15. So here, if I multiply that by 3, I get 18 times a plus b plus c. Here, I have to multiply by 5. So I'm going to do the same thing to the numerator, and I get minus 20a plus b. Now I have to expand the numerator, and I have to clean it up nicely. And there'll be some like terms stuff to do here. 18a plus 18b plus 18c minus 20a minus 20b. Giving me negative 2a minus 2b plus 18c over 15. Okay, that's all for now, partly because the battery's collapsing before my eyes. There are some easy ones of this in alpha, but probably the best thing is to ask me for the harder worksheet that some of you were doing in class. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back with a couple more algebra videos tomorrow.